Welcome students. Let us continue our chapter, that is chapter 12. The name of the chapter is Air and Water. So we have discussed about air, and we came to know that air is all around us, and without the air we cannot live. That means from the plants we are getting the fresh air. That means if we plant more trees we can get the fresh air. Then polluted air also we have learned how the air is polluted. So from the smokes from the factories, what smokes comes out, that makes the air dirty, and it is called polluted air. Then we have understood that air needs space. That means if we blow a balloon it becomes bigger, and how it is becoming bigger? Because the air took the space inside the balloon, that is why it becomes bigger. Then the uses of air, how we are using the air. What are the uses? For drying clothes. That means the wet clothes, if we keep in the open air, it becomes dry. So it helps us to dry the clothes. Then plants also need air, and with air, sunlight, water also they need, and it grows. So not only for human beings, plants also need air. Then kites, birds, airplanes. So it is because of the air only they can fly. Airplane also can fly with the help of air. Now today we will discuss about water. So as we know that water is very important for us. Without the water we cannot live. So air and water, both the things are very important for any living beings. And living beings means we, the human beings, and animals, birds, all the things that can move, they are called living beings. So we need air and water. So water is also very important for us. Plants and animals, that means not only human beings, plants and animals also need water. We need water for doing many things. What are the things we can do? For bathing we are using water, for cooking also we are using water, washing clothes, watering plants. So these are the things, means water is very essential for us. Now where from this water we get? So these are called sources of water. That means where from we are getting it. So most part of the earth, that means we are in a planet, it is called earth, and most part of the earth is covered with water. That means a big area is covered by water, but only a small portion of this water is suitable to be used by us. So though water is more in the earth, but a small part of the water we can use it. That means all means other water is not usable. We cannot use, suppose ocean water, it is very salty, so we cannot use this. So like that, only a small portion of the water we can use. And what is the main source? Rain is the main source. That means when rain is there, we get the water, and we have to preserve it for further use. So we have to preserve the water for our further use. And rainwater fills up rivers, lakes, ponds. That means when rain is there, what happens? The rivers are full of water, then lakes also, ponds also, and the oceans also. Oceans means samundar. Some of this water also goes into the ground. That means under the ground also this water goes. This is called groundwater. The water which goes inside the ground, it is called groundwater. And how we can get the groundwater? This under the ground water is there. So how we can get? We can get this water by digging well, kuwa. So if we dig a well, that water comes through this well, and we can take out the water and we can use it. Then through hand pumps. Most of you have seen that hand pumps. If we pump, then the water comes, and this hand pump is connected with a pipe under the ground, and with this pipe the water comes up and we use it. Then tube wells. Tube wells are also there. That means it is also like hand pumps only. So with the tube only the water comes out. So these are the sources how we can get water. The water from these sources is not clean. So though we are getting the water from under the ground or from the river or ponds or lakes, but these are not clean water. We cannot drink it. It has dirt. That means some dirty things are there mixed with this water. And worms also in the water. Have you seen worms? Like this much long. Worms are also there in the water. So drinking unclean water can make us sick. That means if we drink this water, we may fall sick. That means हम लोग बीमार हो जाएंगे. So we should not drink unclean water. We must boil or filter this. Most of we use filter at home. Why? For getting the fresh water or clean water. So the filter purifies the water and we get the fresh water. After that only we can drink it. So filtering is very important for drinking water. And nowadays we get water at our homes through taps. So in almost all the homes we use water tap. If we open the tap, the water comes. Now what are the caring we should take for water? the water that is suitable for drinking is limited. As I told earlier that the water for drinking is very limited, that means very small amount. So we should not waste water. Sometimes we are opening the tap, we are brushing, sometimes we are bathing, the tap is open, water is falling down. That means we are wasting the water. But we should not waste the water. So in your book you can see that some tips has been given for saving water, how we can save the water. And these are: never keep the tap open while brushing the teeth. So when we brush our teeth, we should not open the tap, otherwise the water we are wasting. So that is why while brushing time we should close the tap. Then get the leaking taps fixed. Sometimes pipe is there and tap is also there, and sometimes the water leaks. So we should repair it quickly, otherwise the water will continuously fall. So it is also a wastage of water. And while bathing, do not waste water. Sometimes we are opening the tap and we are bathing, we are using the soap, but then also water is falling continuously. So we should not do like that. And we should tell others also about the importance of water. Okay. So these are all about the air and water we have learned in this chapter. Let us recall once what we have learned in this chapter. First is, all living beings need air and water to live. So we have learned here that air and water is very important for us to live. Then air keeps up space. That means air needs some space. That is why we are getting the air. Moving air is called wind. The air which moves, it is called wind. Water is used for drinking, bathing, cooking, etc. And we must not waste water. So these are the things what we have learned from this chapter. So I think all of you have understood the chapter, and you read the book, read the chapter, so you will understand more better. We have completed our chapter here, chapter number 12, air and water. So let us conclude here. Thank you.